It is desert. It is dangerous.
Up to 20 vehicles that could be involved.
It is deadly.
There's some pretty severely injured elderly people up ahead.
My son, who's 10 years old, lost his mom way too young.
June 19th, Adrian Munoz and his 10-year-old son survived this horrific crash. Adrian's wife and father-in-law did not.
I sit here a broken person in heart and soul and mind.
He and his family were driving on Interstate 10 near Lordsburg when a dust storm kicked up.
We went from like 20 miles of visibility to 5 miles to 0.
Dust so thick no one could see.
We were getting off the road when we got hit.
A semi crashed into them. This is what it looked like when emergency crews got there. The sounds of the rescue attempts are heartbreaking. In all, 25 cars, trucks, and 18-wheelers collided in the dust storm. 6 people died.
Like going to a war zone. There's piled up vehicles, there's debris.
Hidalgo County Sheriff Warren Walter is desperate. Over and over, he and his deputies are dealing with horrible crashes.
Heartbreaking when you see the aftermath.
Very much, because sometimes, it involves children and nobody wants to have to see that.
So why does this keep happening, and can it be prevented? Target 7 went to the Department of Transportation. We asked for any emails about dust and crashes from the last year. What we found, not much has been done. What sparked the state to first start studying the dust problem was this crash in 2014 that killed 7 people. The state launched a research project to limit the dust by trying to grow plants in the desert. Not much has happened yet, and after the June crash, in dozens of emails we obtained, there's a repeated sense that our deadly dust problem is unsolvable. In one email, a transportation official says, "I'm beginning to lean more to my doubts about our actual ability to solve this problem." One worker wrote, "I'm not sure what else can be done." And in another, "It's unlikely there will ever be a 100% solution." And here's this email saying, "It's wise to temper expectations." And in an email from a Federal Highway Administration worker, he seems to put the blame on drivers, saying, "I don't understand why people blindly drive without slowing down into danger." He comments, "We have all kinds of signs and warning systems in place. People seem oblivious." Anywho, sorry, I'm done venting. A New Mexico DOT worker responds, "After all, what could go wrong heading 75 miles per hour into a wall of dust with 0 visibility?" But can something be done? Adrian Munoz hopes so.
Please do something to fix that stretch of road so nobody else has to endure what we're going through right now in pain and suffering and loss, because we can never get them back.
And the head of the Department of Transportation says he wants to do something and admits what they're doing now isn't working.
I think that's probably not enough.
The state is spending $1 million on a driver education program.
The way to solve this is to get people off the road quickly when they see the dust storm coming.
And that's what Adrian and his family were doing, slowing down, getting off the road when they were hit from behind. The DOT points out they have warning signs telling drivers about dust storms, but not everyone notices them.
There's no warning signs. There's people that don't know how to react to those conditions, including truck drivers.
And the state's plan to plant seeds in the desert basin to help stop dust from forming won't actually happen until next spring. Okay, are there other solutions that we are not even thinking about? Another state says yes. Our Target 7 investigation tomorrow night at 6 shows you the options and asks the New Mexico DOT why we're not trying this here.